Now that you have seen how to write the basic test and the parameterized tests in PyTest, let's take a step further. For that one, I'm going to create another file called contacts. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to create a contact book with some validations. So my first step will be class contacts. I will add a constructor. In this constructor, I will initialize a dictionary of contacts. That's the simplest dictionary you can imagine. And then I will add a function called add contact, and I want the name to be string and phone to be string. I'm just keeping two parameters, nothing fancy. And what I want to do here is self.contacts.add self.contacts of the dictionary name is equal to phone. And I will add another function def get contact. I want to get the contact. I've added get contact again self. This time I just need the name so I can get the entire contact. So self dot contacts name. I need to return this. I'll use another function get all contacts. Get all contacts. So here we have just the self. We don't need any parameters. I'm intending to return all the contacts. So I will just test this function manually before writing the unit test. Like I will say contacts manager is equal to contacts and contacts manager dot add. I will add the first name to be John and the phone number is 12345 6. It's add contact, and then I will print contacts manager dot get all contacts, just like that. And I will run this file python contacts dot, because I'm not testing a unit test, I'm just running the Python file. I'm using the command python. If it is unit test, then I would use pytest. So contacts.py, it return the contact here. I will add another contact with the same name, and let's see what happens here. So it did not add that one, but at the same time it did not give the user any consumer or the developer, it did not give the developer any idea that the new contact is not added because it's a duplicate. So it will be a good idea to actually raise that error that contact already exists. So let's go back to this add contact. The first thing I want to do is for name in self.contacts. It's not for, it's if. So if name in self.contacts, I want to raise a value error saying contact already exists. So this time I got the error contact already exists when I did John here. So we can actually test the exceptions as well, the kind of error it is written. So instead of just throwing the error, I can command the PyTest to say, okay, if you got an error, this is the error I am expecting. So this is the expected behavior. Make the test pass rather than failing. All right. So for that one, you know the drill. Again, go into new Python file. What is the naming convention I told you? It's test underscore, because I'm testing contacts. I'll use contacts.py. What is the first import? Yes, it's PyTest. And from contacts, import what? It's not contacts manager. I want to import contacts. So definition test underscore, I want to do an I will write another step here. I want to test initially the contacts are empty. Okay, test contacts underscore empty. I want to make sure initially when this test has started, the contacts is empty, right? So I will do, I have to get this class initialized here. I will say contacts underscore manager is equal to contacts. So I got the class. Now I can do contacts manager dot get all contacts. This will return an empty dictionary. So I can assert the exact same thing here. Assert contacts manager. This one. It's not get contacts. I want get all contacts. So I'm asserting that get all contacts is empty. You can do test underscore contacts dot py. Will this pass? It failed. Contact already exists. Why did we get contact already exists? Because I have this code running in here. Let me comment this. So I've commented all of them. Let's try running this file now. So one passed. Now the contact is empty. I will add another function to add a contact. Test underscore add underscore contact. First thing I want to do is add a contact. So it will be contact manager dot add contact John, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. The contact is added. Now I want to get the contact manager dot get underscore contact, and I want to pass in the name John. This one I'm going to use it for assertion. So assert contact name is equal to, when I get the contact with the key, it will return the value which is phone. So I have to verify the phone number here. Run this test. 2 pass. If I set the phone number to be 7, just to confirm it is working properly, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 is not equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this works. Now the another case which you want is the contact already exists. So I want to test that function here. What I will do is I will take the exact same thing and add a duplicate contact. Add, let's rename this to add duplicate contact. Test add duplicate contact. I will add this John 2 times. I'm not doing any assertion here. Let's see what happens. So it said contact already exists. The error has been raised, but it is raised in here. If you see, it actually raised the error in the first line. I was expecting that error to be raised in the second line, because for the first line it should be empty, John should be added, and in the second line this should fail. But in our case, it is failing in the very first line itself. If you see test underscore contacts dot py line number 14, it failed here. That is because we are using the same instance of contact manager here, the contact, the same instance. So a contact has been added here with the name John, and when it came here, it failed. So this is not a good thing to happen. We want a fresh instance of this contacts manager or this contacts class to be there. So is there a way we can fix that one? Yes, there is a way. That is called pytest.fixture. So there is a fixture. There is a fixture available in PyTest which will make sure that whatever is there in the fixture, it will run before every single test. So I want a new instance of these contacts every time. So without this fixture, another way of doing this one is take this contacts, put it inside, take this contacts, put it inside, take this object, put it inside, And now if we test this file, let's see what happens. So one failed. We know that will already fail. This time, this time it failed in line number 21, which is here. So previously it failed here because that John contact was there already here, whereas in this one it failed in the line we are expecting. But it is a big job to actually initialize this one in every single class. If I have like 100 test cases, it is not a good idea to instantiate this class in every single test. So the problem, a way to solve that problem is to use the PyFixture. So I will use pytest.fixture, pytest.fixture. Let's write a function, def. You can use get underscore contacts manager. I can just use contacts underscore manager. What this function will do is this will just return a new instance of contacts for me every time. New instance of contacts for me every time. So now this is complaining something. Let's see what this is. So fixture contacts manager is not requested by test functions. So there is a fixture, but it is complaining that we have not used this anywhere. So the way to use this one is add this contacts manager as a parameter here. You can add that yourself, or you can just ask the IDE to do that one. Then it actually did that. Parameter self unfilled. So now that the contacts manager is there as a fixture, every test will get that as a parameter here. So which I got that. Let's do this now. Where did this fail? It failed in line number 17, which is what we are expecting. So every time we got a brand new instance of this contacts class, and first time it add contact as John, and the second time it failed. It Although it failed, we are actually expecting this error. So somehow we have to convey this message to the PyTest that this is the error I am expecting. You don't have to worry about it. It's a past case. So the way we do that is we have to use with PyTest dot raises. The type we raise here is value error. Where is it? We raised a value error here. Then do this. Let's run and see what happens now. So all three tests have been passed. Although the error has been raised, we are saying that when this happens, it should raise an error. So isn't it a good idea to actually check the message as well, just to verify that it raised the correct error? It did not fail in some other place. Instead, it raised the correct error. So the way we can do that is you can either use match parameter here. This is a regular expression. You can use the string here, and another way of doing that is create an alias for this error, and after this we can say error dot value. So I want to assert this. Assert error dot value is equal to the message we have here. So copy and paste this message here and run the test file. So it is saying the types have not matched. We need to convert this into a string. So, this time it passed. If I have a typo in this message, for example, what happens? Then it will say contact already exists is not equal to contact already, that I is missing here. So that's how you can actually test for the exceptions as well and the error messages as well. So that's all I have for this video. In the next video, we are going to look at testing the other stuff. Thanks for watching.